Young people are confronted in this country every day with unintended pregnancies, sexual abuse, HIV and other sexually transmitted infections.
Knowledge is being denied in a society whereby so many young girls are being stigmatized and discriminated because they are passing through their development stages, experiencing menstruational periods. Because the society they are living in is not empowered enough to guide them and support them through this development.
When you're growing up, it's very, very important that the parents nurture you, that the community, the school you're in plays its role.
We are talking about not only physical hygiene, we are talking about menstrual hygiene. Many of us parents are not willing to talk about it. When we try to talk about it, we are actually shy.
I've had the older people, our parents, say they're left out, and it's very true. But also the young people are left out because they need someone to listen to them. That's why we are dialoguing.
Young people need to know about themselves for them to improve many aspects of their well-being.
And not only just by knowing ourselves, but how to interact with opposite sex.
Let us know the truth. Let us know about these things, because otherwise we'll still find out. But this time we'll find out the wrong way.
We need to understand these things and put them in proper context if we are going to understand.
So as we talk about sexuality, it's the total expression of who you are as an individual. And what forms that? Your mind, your body, what you say.
The way we think contributes to our sexuality. Our thoughts, our likes, our dislikes, this is all sexuality.
It teaches young people about respect, about equitable relations, when to say no, or how to negotiate the use of contraceptives and condoms.
If you look at us young children, 3/4 of a year, we spend it in school. School is meant to model us. School is meant to make us better people.
Can the schools give it time? Can it be allocated on the timetable? And it is not a co-curricular, it's not a by the way.
This is an important aspect of learning. As important as it is to study economics, for example.
If we don't handle teachers well, the future is dark, because they are going to bring our children in any way.
What has happened in the context of HIV? I got HIV because of ignorance. And I want to say, many people are still getting HIV because of ignorance.
If sexuality is lifetime and education is lifetime, then the older person is also need education on this sexuality.
It doesn't make any sense for a girl to get 4, aggregate 4 in P7, and she can't say no to a boy.
It is as disturbing to get out your wonderful car, a G65 AMG Mercedes-Benz, and it can't find a proper road on which you can cruise it, as it is to find your nephew messing around with your own daughter at home.
What has gone wrong? Why can't we make sure that our schools continue teaching, but we give them the guidance that they need?
We also passed through these schools, and we had it. What is not happening that the NCDC is bringing at the moment? We had senior women. Are they dead?
What we need to know about is HIV. HIV is the problem. There are drugs which will stop AIDS.
Can we package the information that constitutes sexuality education so that whoever purports to be educating on sexuality uses that information?
It's very true that most parents are actually victims. They don't know. Yet we assume that parents actually know. They don't know. So how are they going to shape the young people?
Most parents fear to expose their children to the sexual world.
The truth of the matter is, parents, there's nothing to hide from our children.
How do you want your child to express themselves? These are components of sexuality education.
If you are a man, you are a father, you must be friendly to your boy child and talk to your boy child about this issue of sexuality.
How do they relate with the opposite sex? Is it okay for a girl and a boy to be a friend?
You must, out of your time running up and down, you must also squeeze 1 hour, squeeze a minute to talk to your child, because east or west, home is best.
You have to find a way of empowering mothers, because we keep these children for a long time. We should not abdicate from our role and say the school takes over. The school is just to add.
We cannot talk about sex only and we don't talk about their roles and responsibilities, how they can manage themselves as girls who are growing, how they can manage themselves as boys who are growing.
Parents, the ball is in your hands.
Maybe we also need to help our parents out there to tell them what to say to the children.
As you are bringing out your children, what kind of information do you give them? How do you model them to meet the future?
Sometimes you may need to find out from your other 50-year-old colleague.
If we are looking to be an empowered generation for Uganda, we need to face these issues.
It's just an issue of government prioritizing. Is the health of young people a priority?
I want you to ask yourself, who is your child with now? What is your child doing now? What they are doing is what informs their decisions. Your child is with a maid. Your child is with a teacher. Your child is on TV. Your child is with social media. Your child is with their friends. That's where this information should be.
Now we have to promote the tools that will help us to respond properly, the life skills, the knowledge, the ethics, the integrity, the strength, the meaning of saying no, the ability to say no.
Educate the public the right content to teach our children, especially during holidays.
Sex and sexuality education should continue to be taught in schools.
And how best we can do it is to put a policy in place and a proper guideline.
The policy helps us to clear the air we have now in Uganda. What is going to be done? How is it going to be done? Who is responsible? And what the minimum package should be.
How do we do it better to make sure that the right information continues to flow to the young people when they need it, and to the adults, because the adults have a sovereign duty to be part of the people that pass on this information.
We need to make this a multi-sectoral approach so that everybody, everyone, wherever they are, with what they have, we try to address this sexuality.
We need to begin today to provide information to the stakeholders we think can pass on this information on sexuality education.
Information is a tool, no matter who you give it to. Even the most uneducated person with the right information, they can transform community.
I hope and I trust that all of you have been enriched today to take the importance of providing comprehensive sexuality education to your different constituencies.
Life has a lot more to offer than cramming to pass examinations. And let's allow our children to have the diversity of education more than those hard-knock examinable papers, which for the most part don't contribute to the examination of life.
Sexuality education is one area which can help us to grow into better citizens, to be more responsible for ourselves.
If we provide young people with the right information regarding sexuality, using the right channels, especially the school, we will shape the next generation.